Hey guys, welcome back to another G-Mineo video. My name is Brady.
I'm Seth.
And today we're talking about XDefiant.
And more precisely, why everybody is shitting on it.
Let's get into it. Before we get started, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not already.
And let us know down below what you guys think of XDefiant. And are you gonna play it? What you thought of the trailer? Do you have any expectations? Just let us know down below.
Drop a comment, throw some hate, throw some good vibes, throw whatever you want down in there, you know what I mean? We are kind of taking a moment today to talk about Tom Clancy's XDefiant, and more importantly, like, why it is probably one of the most disliked video game trailers I think of all time. Like, it's up there with like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Battlefield 5. Yeah, like it's not good. People are not enjoying it, especially the longtime fans. Because let's face it, Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy, the name in video games is synonymous with a lot of things, and XDefiant looks like none of it. It's none of it. It's none of it, and that's like the number one reason. Like, we basically narrowed it down to kind of like three big reasons. Yes. And the first is that it's not true to the brand and what people have and what they expect of a Tom Clancy game. Which is unfortunate because Tom Clancy games have always been really, really interesting. I feel like they've always been like single player, story-driven games with an aspect on stealth. It's like geopolitics and like the real life sort of like scenarios of Fallout from different, I don't know, like they're fucking spy games. Yeah. Like, they're meant to be hyper tactical. They're meant to be like hyper realistic, meaning technical. Like, I mean, in Tom Clancy games, like if you get discovered by more than 2-3 people at a time, like you're fucking dead. Like you just die, because it was a focus on hyper realism, on stealth, and on being incredibly tactical with your decision making. And that's kind of what we associate with a Tom Clancy game. Yeah. And I mean, with the Tom Clancy brand as a whole, all of the novels and everything else, like. And that's unfortunate because, like you said, the Tom Clancy brand, and that's what a lot of people have been saying, Tom Clancy brand, but it's more than a brand. Tom Clancy is a person, is a writer who died in 2013. Yeah. And they have rights to his books and his name to make games after it. And I just feel like it really sucks to be like, this is not even anything close to what he wrote about. It'd be like if, I don't know, I feel like it'd be like if all of a sudden they came out with Lord of the Rings movies where they were like steampunk. Yeah. It would be like, no, that is not what this is. Like, go make that. Go do that somewhere else. But don't take this thing that we already like and we like the way it is and try to put this like, what do they got? Like this punk rock, toxic color palette, weird thing going on. Not to say, and like, I want to make a very important distinction here. I don't believe that it's going to be an awful game. No. Like, I think it's probably gonna be fun, honestly. Like, I'm probably gonna play it, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I bet I'll enjoy it. But the thing is again, it's just not what we come to expect. Right. No gritty realism, no stealth, no like high stakes sort of story driven campaign mode that we can play through. And really, I think it's just an ultimate it's ultimately the disconnect between our expectations of a Tom Clancy game and what they're giving us. Yes, and with there have been a lot of rumors about what's coming next in the Tom Clancy franchise, and with Rainbow Six Siege, it was starting to die out, and we thought maybe we might get a new Splinter Cell coming soon. Well, yeah, the last one was 2013, I think, actually, was the year that Tom Clancy died, and if I'm not mistaken. The idea that when we are expecting something like a Splinter Cell, or are we expecting something that might be even close to like a new Rainbow Six Siege, which I think is even like, I even think Rainbow Six Siege is a really good game. It just has been destroyed by characters and the focus on abilities. And now it seems like they're going heavier into that too, which is unfortunate. Like the expectations and the idea that it kind of just doesn't stay true to the name and the idea of Tom Clancy. It's like they kind of waited, like, I can't imagine he would be cool with this iteration. They just made a game and slapped his name on it, hoping that we all wouldn't notice that it's not what he would, like, what we get. They threw some factions in from like they just like were like, here's this hodgepodge of a mess of things that we think gamers like right now. And that's kind of brings us to the final point, the third point, why we think everybody's so upset is because it's kind of been done already. Like, it's out there. I mean, this Tom Clancy this XDefiant game looks like a weird hodgepodge between like Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, and like, I don't know, maybe like Overwatch with some of the like abilities and ults and things like that.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to have like shields, and each character from each different faction is supposed to have like kind of a different role and things like that. So it's kind of like the mechanics kind of already exist, and it seems like they just literally hoped they could slap Tom Clancy on it and people would be like, oh my god.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because I feel like the three that we mentioned, Call of Duty, Apex, and Overwatch, have their own distinct brands, and Tom Clancy's XDefiant is kind of intermixed in it and is not developing their own voice, which I think is really, really important. If you were to go to this weird punk kind of thing, go all the way, you know, be different.
They kind of half-assed it almost.
Really?
They're like, let's just take Warzone and put cool colors on it. Like, it's just like, make it hot pink. And it's like, no.
No. Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
I'm not gonna spread any drama, but the fact that Mark Rubin's working on it, who has produced Call of Duty Ghosts, does not make me the happiest, especially with the fact that it's also free to play, which means there's going to be microtransactions, and I'm worried about how much they might push that within the game.
Yeah, it's like, it literally feels like a cash grab. Yeah. Like that's what it's a cash grab that they slap Tom Clancy's name on and expect everybody to not notice. And I think that is why everybody is so upset, because they're like, how dumb do you think we are as like a community that you think you could just like plop this, again, toxic punk rock palette shooter in front of us and expect us to just be like, okay. Like, that's what I want.
Play game.
It's just, I think that's why everybody's so upset. And if you took Tom Clancy's name off of it and made it its own thing, I believe, like, I think it'd probably actually do okay.
I would think it'd do better, honestly.
It would do better. It would do better, and it would have gotten the reactions that it did, but you slapped Tom Clancy's name on there and then departed so much from what we expect of a Tom Clancy game, and that's why everybody's so up in arms about it.
It's a disrespect to him, and I think that he does. I mean, he's like turning. He's probably turning in his grave right now.
100%.
It's really unfortunate. But that doesn't mean that we're not gonna play it. Obviously,
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
course.
why not? You got to give every game that you know, if it's fair shot in the light, I suppose. But I don't have a lot of expectations of this game. I don't think it's gonna perform nearly as well as Ubisoft is hoping it's going to. And I think that, again, the dislike and like just look at the dislike ratio on the trailer to give a clue as to like how well this game is gonna fare. Yeah. And I suspect we have that on the horizon for them. Yes. I think it's gonna. And
obviously, these opinions are our own. We'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. If we missed anything that you think is a big point to why everyone is hating on Tom Clancy's XDefiant.
Yeah, please let us know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoy the content here, be sure to like the videos. It always helps us out here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, game it till you make it. Bye, guys.